Hey McCrackles, I'm here today to talk about a very serious topic. I know we get a little bit silly on this channel, but I just want to do my part in giving back to this community. I just want to give my 2 cents about a situation I was recently in. You guys may, if you read the news, may have heard about the Lady Bone Demon trying to take over the world. There's been a lot of misinformation spreading about this situation. I've been silent about it so far because it's a very complicated situation and it's very hard for me to explain in just a few words. So I know there's been some rumors going around about things I've said and things I've done. Please don't listen to any of those. Okay, everyone's experience is valid, but I would just like to say my piece about the situation, and I'd like to say my piece about my feelings towards the Lady Bone Demon, and I personally believe that we shouldn't be platforming her anymore. I know this may come as a shock to some of you, my McCrackles, my followers, my faves, because I've endorsed her before, I've endorsed her products. She gave me that magic compass a few videos ago, and I did do the sponsorship, I read it out, I said, support Lady Bone Demon products, but I did that because I'm poor and I need money. That doesn't mean I fucking give a shit about the things she makes. Okay, I want to make that completely fucking clear. People be saying that I'm an accomplice. I don't want to get mad. Okay, I don't want to get angry at anyone because really it's no one's fault. I've been talking to my therapist Sandy about this, and he said that sometimes we direct blame at people when the blame is really within us. I think he's talking a lot of bullshit, but maybe there's some evidence to prove that in this specific situation. Me and the Lady Bone Demon were friends. We exchanged some DMs, nothing too crazy, but I would call her my friend, or my oomph, as some of you say. We were mutuals, we followed each other. Sometimes she'd send me reels about all kinds of things. Some of them slightly confusing. She's really into this Italian brain rot, as they call it. I don't know exactly what that is. But anyways, the Lady Bone Demon, she's been making some tweets recently about my character and people that I associate with character. She's been saying some really mean stuff. Let me read out some things that she's recently posted about me. Here is the most recent one. This one says, Macaque and Wukong slept with each other. I saw it. I don't know why she'd say something like that. I think that's disgusting, personally. Not because of the gay thing, obviously. I know a lot of people who are gay, and I think that's okay. I'm bi-curious at best. I mean, I just, if anyone was curious. But what I think, I would never touch Wukong because he's disgusting. Okay, I just want to make that very clear, that that's an assassination of character, obviously. I would never do anything like that. I mean, I clearly hate the guy. but yeah, Lady Bone Demon she's saying all these crazy things. And I know a lot of you follow her because I told you to in a few videos ago, but please unfollow. I mean, honestly, report her account for misinformation, because I don't think that she should be saying stuff like that. Said some other stuff about me and some of my friends that I thought was really mean. She even said that the mayor isn't really the mayor, which is not true, obviously. I've met the guy, and he's really chilled out, and he's definitely the mayor. So I don't know why she'd say something like that. I did take a sponsorship from her, but the thing is I don't actually use money. I'm a monkey, I thieve, and I steal. Thieving, stealing, taking what's not yours. It's part of my monkey culture. So we don't really use currency. So you may think, why would I need money for sponsorship for? Lady Bone Demon actually didn't give me money for that product endorsement. She actually gave me my life back. As some of you may know, I I was murdered brutally by a man named Sun Wukong a few centuries ago, and I'm still processing that. You know, it's public information. You know, the book's been out a few hundred years, and some of you know about this. So a lot of people have been in my DMs and in my asking, you know, why are you back? What was death like? Death was shit. I really didn't like it. I thought it was kind of cringe, honestly. There was a lot of things that happened there. But then I woke up and the lady Bone Demon gave me my life back. And she said, if you endorse my products online and aid in me conquering the world, I will let you keep your life. And I was very vulnerable in this moment. And honestly, I kind of, looking back on it, I don't want to make any serious accusations, but looking back on it, she was like using her power like over me. And she was like using my trauma against me, which is just really triggering for me. Everything that, you know, happened to me in the past. Sorry. I was alone, and I just felt really vulnerable in that moment. And I did accept the Lady Bone Demon's offer. And I know I shouldn't have done that. I know I should have replied to the email. I should have deleted it. I should have deleted it straight out of my inbox, but I didn't. And that I take full responsibility for that, because I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. And I am so sorry that so many people got hurt. I mean, I'm not sorry that so many people got hurt. I'm more sorry that, like, you know, I got hurt. So I think it is important for me to mention that I am not the only victim, and I'm the only one speaking out. Because I feel I'm in a place of power, and I'm in the public view, and I should use my platform for good, to help the community, to say this. I have spoken to other survivors of the Lady Bone Demon. We're called the SLBD crew. We have a group chat, and we sometimes have tea and coffee on a Monday. And, you know, if you're a victim listening to this, I strongly advise for you to speak out, because it's very important that we speak out about these things. Stop letting these demons have control over us, because I don't want to come across as you know, speciesist, but it's the conflict. It's mostly caused by demons, and you are not alone. Demons everywhere, and they're fucked up. And especially, like, demons of, like, bones, or, like, death, or, like, you know, like, anything evil. Like, generally, like, with evil energy like that. Like, at first, I thought that maybe she was, like, Lady Bone Demon in, like, a cool gothic way. But then I found out it was more in, like, a destroy the whole world way, which I thought was kind of cringe. Like, I'm kind of emo, but in, like, the, like, cool way. Like I listen to Fall Out Boy, and not in the, like, lame way. In, like, I'm, like, sad about things. I've never found anything in my life, apart from when I found the Lady Bone Demon's manipulative control over me. When I did those things and I beat up that child. That wasn't me. That was the Lady Bone Demon controlling me. So you guys have to fucking remember that. I didn't do any of those things, and especially I know there's been a screenshot circling around the Tumblrs where I did give Wukong a little smooch, but you guys have to understand that wasn't me. That was Lady Bone Demon. Yeah, so there's other victims, and she possessed a minor. I've seen the evidence for this. You know, I don't think the victim feels comfortable sharing it, but honestly, it just disgusts me. She also possessed a man I know without his consent, and that was kind of cringe, but he probably kind of deserved it. You know, like some people do sometimes. Generally, I just thought it was important for me to use my platform to say I don't support Lady Bone Demon and to boycott Lady Bone Demon products. Go. Oh, here it looks like I have an ask from from an anonymous person. I'm just gonna read this out for you guys. Why are you sitting on your floor crying? Get back to work, you worthless insect. You annoying piece of shit. Signed, LBD. What does LBD stand for?
Listen, lady bitch demon.